right, hi guys, we are going to be drawing this fish today. So you can draw both fish, you can draw one fish, whatever you guys want to do. Just keep in mind that my fins here are a little different. My colors are different. I did put some bubbles and some waves in there. It's super windy today, so I'm going to try my best to make sure that this isn't super flopping all over the place, okay? So we're just going to start with the bodies of the fish. So the first thing I want you to do is you're going to start on one side, and you're just going to make, you're going to come down a little low so that you have room for your fin. And we're going to start at the tip, and we're going to make almost like a vase, kind of really shaped. This one is going to touch at the tip, and we're going to come around, and at the bottom it's not going to touch, okay? So that's where we're going to put, I put a circle, and then I put a line through it. Oh, it is windy. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but we're going to do it backwards. So this time you're going to start at the bottom, and you're going to make the tip on this side come around, and then the circle with a line through it, okay? They don't have to be exactly the same. This one looks a little fatter than this one looks a little longer. So just make them as, as best you can. There are lots of different types of fish in the world, so just make it, you can make it mom and dad, you can make it brother, sister, you can make it sister, sister, you can make it any the way that you want. Excuse me. So the other thing we're going to do now is the fin. So all you have to do for the fins, or the tail, sorry, is you're going to come up, you're just going to wiggle, 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 and come down. And then same thing on this one, you're going to come off of the fin, and then, or off the body, wiggle, 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 and come back. Okay, so they're not exactly the same. So I just kind of wiggled my way through that. Doesn't have to be exact. This side, when you do these fins that are on each side of the fish, they do need to be somewhat similar. So you wouldn't like zigzag and then do a flowy one over here. So I'm gonna make this one on the side be flowy like my other one. So it's gonna have 3 little fins total. So 2 big ones and then 1 little one on the outside. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here. So 2 big and 1 little. Okay. And then over here, I'm gonna maybe do my fins a little bit differently than I did over there. You can do these ones, or I'm just going to make an ear like that and then come back, almost like a little horn. And then this one I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to make a little horn and then come back. Okay. So a couple of fun facts that I have about fish. Let's see. They actually breathe underwater. So they breathe the air that's in water. So when you guys see those little bubbles, that's actual oxygen. So that's what they are breathing. So there is one type of fish in the world that has not only gills, but which are where the water air comes through, but there's one fish that has gills and a lung like we do. They actually like breathe in actual air, which is pretty cool. And then if you're waiting and you want to catch up, or you are ready for me, you can make your little waves in here. You can add just those little markers in there. And then you can also add your little bubbles. So it's just a circle and then a little apostrophe or a comma. So here, and then a little one. So you put them all over, make them different sizes. So it doesn't have to be any way exactly, just like that. And then near this head, we're gonna wiggle, 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 and then up by this head, wiggle, 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 just like that. Okay. And then we need to add eyes. So I did little circles first, so teeny tiny. So I did both. I'm gonna do little circle, and then you're gonna add to it. And then around that, you're gonna make a black circle. So fill those in. And then, so these ones, the black circle is underneath, and then over here, the black circle is actually going to be on top because it's going to be flip-flopped. If it's too crazy for you to do that, you can turn your paper around and do it the other way too. And then once you've done all your black circles, you're going to make a circle around it. Just like this. Around each one. And then they have little, it's not really an eyebrow, but it's just to make sure that you guys can see where the eyes are a little better. So these ones are on top, and these ones are going to be underneath because it's the opposite. It's going in the other direction. One thing that's crazy is that sharks are the only fish actually that have an actual eyelid. So the part of the skin that covers your eyeball when you close your eyes. Sharks are the only fish in the world that have that. So that's kind of crazy. And then we need to make the fin. So this fin I'm going to make a triangle like this. And then this one I'm going to make more of like a trapezoid. So you're going to make one line and then two lines that are come off of that. And then a little bit of a curve to that top one. And then something kind of crazy is that this fish has to be going this way and this fish has to be swimming this way. And that's because most fish in the world cannot swim backwards. If they swim backwards, that means that they are an eel cousin. So if they are an eel cousin or they are an eel, then they do know how to swim backwards. But otherwise, most fish cannot do that. So it's pretty cool. And then you're just going to make, so we're doing this one over here. You're going to make U's for the scales. Just like this. And I just kind of spread them out. If you want them to touch, you can do that. But I'm just going to make them spread out like this a little bit easier. It goes a little faster. So try to make them all the same size if you can. So just straight lines. And then one thing that's kind of crazy is that rather than taste buds in your mouth, a fish has taste buds almost all over their body, which is kind of gross. So if it touches another fish, it could taste that fish. Another thing too is that because they don't have taste buds in their mouth, fish don't actually chew their food. They just swallow their fish whole. Because if they did that, it would mess up with their breathing. And so they would actually drown themselves if they tried to chew their food. So it's kind of crazy. And then this one, instead of U's, we're going to do little hills. Sort of like this. Just like that. And just keep it going. Keep it going. So if it's easier for you to make U's, remember you can flip it over and do it that way. You can add other little creatures if you want. So remember, this would be the top view. So underneath here is actually going to be sand or water. So you guys can decide whichever one you want to do. So if you wanted to maybe put a starfish, which actually starfish and jellyfish are not actually fish, because a fish has bones in it, has a backbone, and jellyfish and stars do not. So that's kind of weird too. Sorry, it's really windy and all the dust is kicking up into my throat. So yeah, you can do that. You could put other little fish if you wanted. You can make little fish maybe going the other direction. Little teeny tiny ones, whatever you guys want to do. So just a reminder, if you color this picture, make it look really nice, you guys can and tag me in it and post it, that you guys can get 10% off your next birthday. Otherwise, just send me a message and show me what kind of fish you guys made. And then don't forget to tune in to my friend Jeanette at GP Fitness at 10 a.m. right before this if you guys want to check out some kid fitness stuff. And yeah, so go ahead and color it. Give you a little bit of a better view before this thing knocks over. It's super windy out here. Just like it fell on me just now. All right, well, that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.